I usually get former President Donald Trump's his emails, but I have them in a separate file because he sends about 50 billion a day, and I'll go back and I'll check them out. Well, apparently I missed this particular one, and we get a text, and tell us what has to do with General Colin Powell. For those who don't know, what did it say, Shelley Wynter?
Statement by Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States, in the Save America emails. Wonderful to see Colin Powell, comma. First of all, let's pick that apart. Wonderful to see Colin Powell. What does that mean?
Right.
Wonderful to see Colin Powell. He just passed away. Who made big mistakes on Iraq and famously so-called weapons of mass destruction. That would be a true statement, but it's not. Big mistakes on Iraq and famously so-called weapons of mass destruction. Okay, fair enough. I'll give you that. Be treated in death so beautifully by the fake news media. No, most people are treated in death because they're dead. That's why most people are treated in death so beautifully, because they're dead.
And especially popular people.
Especially very popular people. Especially 2 Medal of Freedom honor winners are treated beautifully by the fake news media because they're dead. And most normal human beings don't speak ill of the dead. But I'll keep going. Hope that happens to me someday. No, based on this text right here or this mailing, no, you won't be treated well someday by the news media because you do things like this. I can tell you right now, no one's going to treat you nicely, beautifully in death because you do things like this. But let me continue. He was a classic rhino. I don't really know what that means, if even that. Because, sir, you were for abortion when you were in New York. Because, sir, you were for Hillary Clinton when you were in New York. Because, sir, you were for a bunch of liberal things when you were in New York. So when you call someone a rhino, stop right there, Shelley.
Yep.
Even if that, always being the first to attack other Republicans. Really, let's see, you ran against 16 Republicans and you attacked all 16 of them. So what? Let me stop right there. He made plenty of mistakes. He made one mistake. But anyway, and here's the killer for me. May he rest in peace. You know what? Let me tell you something, Mr. Trump. I gave you a pass with Kemp. I was angry. Kemp is my man. I told you if it's between you and Kemp, I'm taking Kemp every day, twice on Sunday. But I was still for you. But I was for my guy. This, I'm out. I'm done with you. I don't have anything to do with you. DeSantis 24 in Shelley Wynter's book. I could care less what you do. You want to burn down a house down? You know what? I'm all for it. Burn the entire house down. You know what? But you better burn down Mar-a-Lago, too. If you're going to burn down a house, burn everything down. Burn your house down, my house down, Melania Kai's house down, and every other Republican's house down. You want to do that? I'm all for it. Burn the entire thing down. But you're not, my friend, going to go after a great man like Colin Powell. You're not, my friend, going to dog the legacy of Colin Powell. You're not, my friend, you going to talk badly about a black man like Colin Powell. You want to call football players sons of what? I can care less. I don't care about the football players. I do care about the legacy of Colin Powell. That man did everything right in his life. Everything from the day he started in the Army and went to college on his own and worked hard and got to where he is right now. He did everything right. Everything right as a man. Same woman for 52 years. 2 daughters, 1 son, all doing well. 2 daughters, 1 son, all doing well. A wife for 52 years. The same woman. Don't you ever come for that black man again in your life, sir. Because your feet can't even touch what Colin Powell's done. And I will tell you that to your face if I ever see you. Leave that man's legacy alone. And if you call into the show right now, you better come correct, because I will drag you too.
404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. We're talking about former President Donald Trump's comments about Colin Powell. If you listen to the show for any amount of time, you know that Shelley Wynter is the conservative. Melania Kai, I am nothing, not a Republican, not a Democrat, but I have always defended Donald Trump, not necessarily defended him. I've laughed at him when he was in office for 4 years. I watched his press conferences. I thought he was entertaining. I told people who were disgusted with Donald Trump, this is the same guy that we glorified and that we watched when he was on The Apprentice. We liked when he was mean. We liked when he was nasty. We liked when he said you're fired. We liked when he did mean stuff. So I kind of was shocked and surprised at the people who thought he was going to go into the White House and become something different as a 70-year-old. They say all old dogs don't kind of learn new tricks or something like that. That's what I heard. So I have been a defender of former President Donald Trump in the sense He's the same guy, and millions of you elected this guy. And I have laughed even when he came after Governor Brian Kemp. I smiled about it. I winked about it. I said, hey, this is Donald Trump. It's the same Donald Trump. At least we have a politician who's going into office one way, and he stays that same way when he is in office. But today, when I saw those comments, I honestly thought that this was spam, Shelley. I thought somebody hacked the account. I thought it was spam because
a lot of us did.
There is a low that you can go to. You have the freedom of speech, but then there's a nasty thing. You're disgusting and you're a nasty person to say something like that. I'm not telling anybody, I'm not here to say don't support Donald Trump or don't be a Donald Trump Jim Jones groupie or don't support his policies or don't vote for him for Donald Trump 2024. I'm not here for that. I am just here to tell you that that was one of the most disgusting things that he has ever said in the history of me knowing him, and him saying some things that people say are cruel and mean and nasty. That is the nastiest. That was disgusting, and I have no respect for him. It's not telling you.
Before we finish, can I just hit this? This is what a real man, can you hit that? This is what a real man says about a great man who's passed away.
Okay. Well, we'll play it on the way back in. You'll hear it. Yeah. But my point is, I'm not against you. That's okay. I'm not against you if you're for Donald Trump. I really don't care about that. I'm just telling you right now, I'm disgusted. Shelley Wynter's disgusted. Scotty B will probably come on and say he's disgusted. We're disgusted, and it's the nastiest thing ever. It's word on the street. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. The conversation continues.